back at the shop I used to play at, up in Northbrook. So it's good seeing him here.
Yeah, man. Brad's got a sweet shirt on, too. So Brad's advice to everybody is quit work, make music. And while I don't think I could make music, quitting work sounds great. Is Brad going to pay me the money that I need to live?
He might.
All right. Well,
you never know.
First off, he's got to beat Noah, who's leading off with Sansep Citadel, and Brad's going to lead off with Josh Broman's favorite card, the Foundry Street Denizen.
Love that card. Good card.
Noah starting off with another Sansep Citadel. It's a slow one from Noah.
What's Brad going to draw into?
I think Brad's going to play another creature, maybe two creatures. In this looks like he's got a Fire Drinker Satyr, so where's one trigger? So that's a 2/1 now. And let's see, we got another Fire Drinker Satyr.
Sure.
So gonna attack for 3. And Brad says, Noah, I don't fear Bile-Blight. And Noah says, I'm going to play a Caves of Koilos. And he does not have the Bile-Blight. He does have a Hero's Downfall in hand, so I assume that's probably going to be targeting something here. Brad has quite a few Dragon Mantles in his hand. It looks like another land and a Magma Jet.
So this is really cooking up to be almost a boss Sly.
Yeah, this
type
is
of mono
this is Slyish, definitely Slyish. So looks like Brad has, I think, another Foundry Street Denizen. Although I imagine we might have just played that last turn. So let's see. Quit work, make music. I like it.
Question is here. What? Okay, so he's going to run
Valley Dasher.
Valley Dasher out.
We're playing bad commons now.
This is.
But we're getting in there, baby. We're attacking for 8.
I mean, if Noah has no response here,
yeah, I know it's going to kill something.
He's got a Hero's Downfall, but even then, Brad can pump one of the satyrs at least.
No, he doesn't have a mana. They cost 2 to pump.
They cost 2 to pump.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 1 red.
He's just gonna. He's gonna kill the thing that has to attack.
Kills the Valley Dasher.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2, 4, 6. Noah will be taken.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's probably the better. I don't know. These Fire Drinker Satyrs kind of threaten to trade up with the cards that I'm going to play, like Fleece Main Lions and stuff like that. I don't know if I really like that.
See a main phase 2 Dragon Mantle from Brad.
Yeah.
Just wants to refill his hand.
Just going to cantrip, draw another Dragon Mantle.
Why not?
Why not is right.
This will be the Siege Rhino.
It's going to be Dr. Siege. So it's a good roadblock for Noah here. He's going to go up to 14. Brad going to go down to 17. We'll see if Brad has a way to get around this Siege Rhino, like perhaps a Hammer Hand. Just start chaining Hammer Hands and keep crashing in there.
Hammer Hand was, when I played the boss Sly deck in the past, I mean, Hammer Hand was a great card just to remove pesky blockers like Siege Rhino.
Yeah, I think the problem here for Brad, though, is that Noah's still at 14. So it's gonna. We are attacking right now for 5. If we play Hammer Hand, we're attacking for 6, and then we have the option to attack for 8. We really need multiple Hammer Hands. But what he doesn't know is that Noah has a Wingmate Rock on backup duty. So Brad's just gonna send with the team. Probably. I mean, Noah doesn't really have like great blocks here. He's gonna. I assume he's gonna block, but there is the fear that if he blocks, his guy just dies from like a lightning strike or something, which then turns off the Wingmate Rock in his hand. So, I mean, imagine if you're gonna block here, you're gonna block a Fire Drinker Satyr to nug him for 4.
Yeah, well, you might as well get the extra damage in, right?
Yeah. Although I think that's what Brad is trying to get Noah to do, because I think he has a 4th land, but he doesn't have a lightning strike. He has a Magma Jet. So in this case, if he blocks the Fire Drinker Satyr, then he gets to play the 4th land. I guess in this case, actually, if Noah blocks anything, Brad can just lightning strike the. I mean, he can Magma Jet. Yeah. So I think here he's going to pump twice, make this a 3-power guy, play his 4th land, then Magma Jet this Siege Rhino. I think that's the line. We'll see if that's the line.
I mean, it seems like it, unless he decides. It would be awkward if he pumped a Fire Drinker, which I believe he isn't.
Then, yeah, I don't know. Then if he's doing that, then he doesn't have.
No, it actually looks like he did. It looks like he pumped a Fire Drinker Satyr instead of pumping the Foundry Street.
It's possible he doesn't then have a Magma Jet in his hand. So, yeah, it looks like maybe he doesn't. Maybe he has 2 Dragon Mantles. So,
Noah drops to 9.
Which is interesting. So, like, if that's our line, why don't we just play the other land before? What are we doing with our 2 mana?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what he's trying to accomplish.
Yeah, so Noah gonna attack with the Siege Rhino, trigger raid, cast a Wingmate Rock, get another rock, rock's rock.
No, this is a bad position.
This is pretty bad for
you don't want to be here
for Brad. Okay, so Brad
Jets?
did have the Magma Jet, which I don't. I like killing the Siege Rhino there.
Is there a blowout card that Brad knows about that we don't? I mean,
I don't.
Harnessed by Force would
Harness
be
by
really
Force
good.
would be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
that would
really
win us
good.
the game.
Take your rocks, kill you is what happens there.
I don't know. I like kind of just killing the Siege Rhino. I know you kind of just like lose card advantage.
Sure.
But we're trying to strand cards in Noah's hand, and we're trying to just win the game with no cards in hand.
Very true.
So.
Boy, a timely Harness by Force would be good. I'm trying to think what else Brad draws to put that little bit of extra pressure. He liked his Scry from the Magma Jet.
Yeah, he kept them both on top.
Says he likes them. I'm going to keep them the way they are. Noah asking about the order, I guess, that he put them back. Interesting.
So he's going to draw, it looks like an Cohen Crusader. So I guess Brad's plan here is to try to go wide, and maybe, so he can play the Cohen Crusader, then play a Dragon Mantle on it, trigger it, draw a card, get a token. So he's going to draw the other card he saw. He's going to trigger that, get a Soldier.
Looking for the soldier tokens.
Up note, though, the Cohen Crusader does not have haste.
It does not. The
So,
token it produces
the token
does.
It does, yes.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder what Brad is setting up here. I mean, let's see. If he draws like a Stoke the Flames, can sort of get back in it. So he draws, looks like it's a Lightning Strike.
Yeah.
So right now Brad has, he's going to attack, I assume, he doesn't even have good attacks, but if he attacks, he's attacking for 5, then his 2 guys get, he just dies then. His Fire Drinkers just get blocked. And then, then he takes 6, and Noah kills him on the crackback. So another Dragon Mantle here. Trigger Heroic again, get another Soldier, trigger the Dragon Mantle, gonna draw another card.
So the question is Brad trying to rope Noah into making unprofitable attacks? You know, is he trying to just create this board and say, okay, go ahead and attack me. If you can kill me, if not, I'm going to swing back and just kill you.
Yeah, so I guess that's right now Brad's line. This line is going to get blown up because Noah has Elspeth, so he doesn't even care. He's going to attack with everything.
Gain 3.
I assume Brad's just going to go to 2, but going to 2 is also dangerous because if Noah has Abzan Charm, we just die to that card. So, I don't know if Brad has taken the damage or not yet.
Not going to block. Deciding to block.
Okay, he is going to block the Siege Rhino to save a point of damage. So he's going to go to 3. He's going to take 9, go to 3.
Yes.
So playing around Abzan Charm there. Noah's, I assume, going to follow up with an Elspeth. Indeed.
Oh boy.
So
and here come a bunch of soldiers.
Now we're still alive, actually. If we draw Soak the Flames, Noah just dies. So there's that. We have 2 Lightning Strikes, I think, in our hand. So one-time deck, draw Stoke the Flames.
Draw Stoke the Flames.
Stoke the Flames would kill him.
That's what he's looking for.
Really
off the
hoping
top.
to draw Stoke the Flames off the top, and I don't think that's it. That's a hammer hand.
That is a hammer hand.
Unfortunately, that makes it so a creature can't block. That target creature is unblockable.
Boy.
If it did the other thing, let's see.
I mean, I guess he can. It's still.
So Brad can play hammer hand, make it so one of the soldiers can't attack. He can trigger his Cohen Crusader. Have 2. Yeah, well. Brad can't even attack with the Fire Drink. He can't attack with both Fire Drink Crusaders because
he's
just
dead on the backlash.
Yeah. The damage.
That is dangerous.
No, actually, he's not. So they only take damage equal to the amount of damage dealt to them, so they only take 1. So he could. In that case, Brad would be attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So if he had another land in addition to this Lightning Strike, it would be good.
What does he have? 3 cards?
He has 3 cards. He has 2 Lightning Strikes and a hammer hand.
Oh boy. So is the 6, 9, 10.
So, I mean, there's a situation if Noah doesn't block, for instance, the Fire Drink Crusaders.
Right.
So if he blocks instead the 2 of the Soldier tokens or a Cohen Crusader, then we'd get in for... So if Noah doesn't block the Fire Drink Crusaders, we're dealing 4, putting him to 6. We'd deal 5. No, I still think we're dead. We really need to be able to cast these 2 Lightning Strikes.
Another land would have...
Yeah, another land would have sealed it.
But, I mean, then again, well, had he drew a land, he wouldn't have had the Hammer hand in it.
Yeah, he really needed to Stoke the Flames or... Yeah, Stoke the Flames would have been...
I have to imagine Noah's going to take the pretty secure line here.
Yeah, so without playing the Hammer hand now, everything is allowed to block, or if we play the Hammer hand...
Only one can
only
block.
one thing can block.
Sure.
So Brad's going to try to make it so Noah doesn't block, which no one in their right mind in this situation isn't going to block.
I mean, Noah wants to take the safe route, just make sure that...
Yeah, well...
And I think that's...
Noah's going to take the route that says, well, not going to let my life total go any lower when I just have a bunch of guys I can make,
Correct.
Every single turn.
So Noah's going to take the game 1 there for Abzan aggro, and I know these guys are both 3-0, so we've cooked up the sideboards for him. What do we got coming in?
So, give me a sec here. Got to get these up and rolling.
I've got Brad's in front of me.
All right. So what's Brad bringing in there?
Let's see. Brad has 2 Harness by Force, Hammer of Perforos, 2 Peak Eruptions, 2 Chandra Pyromasters, 2 Jeering Instigators. I believe that is Scouring Sands, and then a 4 of Death Bellow Raider in the sideboard.
Death Bellow Raider.
Yes, he does.
Tell us people what Death Bellow Raider does.
Death Bellow Raider is a red 1, 2/3, has to attack each turn if able. For a black and 2 colorless, you regenerate that Twar.
Man, you love that guy, don't you?
I'm a huge Twar fan. So if I can cast a Hook'em Horns, I mean that's a 2/3 for 2.
Yeah, man.
That guy's a beater.
I don't even know if Brad can regenerate or not, but so I think the cards that Brad will bring in here.
Sure.
Chandra, I think, is pretty good. She makes it so Noah's bigger,
Fatties can't
larger
block.
dudes can't block.
Yep.
Harnessed by Forces, you mentioned, I think is pretty good.
I think that's a stellar blowout card.
I don't know if Jeering Instigator is good. That's the one that threatens, right, when it unmorphs?
When it is turned face up, when Jeering Instigator is turned face up, if it is your turn, you gain control of the creature. So he's Traitorous Instinct.
Yeah, he's active freeze and that stuff. So, I mean, if we're bringing in Harness by Force, might as well bring in Jeering Instigator, too.
Yeah.
Harness, I guess, like, it's active treason on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like any of the other cards. Scouring Sands for the Jeskai matchup. I assume the Death Bellow Raiders and stuff might be for more like
a control matchup,
matchup,
or even actually, it's probably good against the other, like the Boros Burn deck that we saw, or even the red blue deck, because you're producing a 2/3 that now has to be hit by Lightning Strike.
Yeah.
It doesn't die to Searing Blood, doesn't die to Magma Jet.
That's fair. Okay, so I figured Brad will bring in those cards.
I have to say, love the Peak Eruption. By the way, if you ever wanted to clip a Chain of the Rocks, that card is a really good card to use.
Great 2-for-1.
Yeah, very good. Super good 2-for-1. Hammer of Perforos, probably not going to come in this matchup.
I don't think so.
Also a cool card, though.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. What do we got in Noah's sideboard?
Noah's sideboard is 3 Drown in Sorrows, Dune Blast, 2 Thought Seizes, 2 Reclamation Sages, 2 Ajani Mentor of Heroes, and 3 Glare of Heresies, and a spicy one, 2 Hunt the Hunter.
I like that.
So I imagine in this situation, Noah's primarily just going to probably bring in his 3 Drown in Sorrows.
Sure.
I think he's probably going to take out some number of Abzan Charms, however many. If he has 3 in his deck, that'd take them all out.
Yeah.
I see he looks like he's going to bring in a copy of Thoughtseize. I don't know if I particularly like Thoughtseize in this matchup.
It puts you in an interesting situation because you use it at the wrong time, and Thoughtseize your opponent, see that they have a ton of burn in hand, regardless of whatever you take.
The problem is like every thing just feels sort of interchangeable in this matchup, you know?
Sure.
I guess Noah has seen like some Dragon Mantles and some Hammer Hands. Well,
Yeah.
he didn't see Hammer Hand in that game, I don't think, but he saw Dragon Mantles, and if you can take the creatures that Dragon Mantle might be targeting, you can get a little bit of value out of Thoughtseize.
Right.
But having to like pay 2 life to, not guaranteed to like disrupt his hand at all because everything just kind of feels the same, feels kind of weak to me. I don't know if I'd particularly play it.
I like the spicy Dune Blast in his sideboard. I think that was a card we saw, I want to say 3 weeks ago, blow somebody out with Dune Blast.
Yeah, who was it? I don't remember who did it.
I can't remember who played it, but that definitely happened, and we did not see that coming.
So the main deck Doom Blast.
The main deck Doom Blast. It was pretty impressive.
Might have been Bill Taylor or something like that.
Could have been, yeah. The Ajani's are also interesting in Noah's sideboards.
Yeah, they're just too slow.
I agree. Once again, I had a conversation the same time we were talking. When I said earlier I was talking to Noah about Wingmate Rock, we were also talking about Ajani, and I'm not a big fan of that card. I called the card narrow in the conversation. I kind of stand by that. I just don't like his ability, his tutor ability. It doesn't strike me as...
Tutor ability is sweet, but I don't... It is... I don't know. I just think it's too slow in this matchup, but it's good against the control decks. I think it's also good in sort of like the mid-range mirrors.
Sure. I think it's slow for an Ajani. I mean, Ajani. When I think of Ajani, I think of lightning helixing me or giving a creature flying in double strike.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Think of the more aggressive Ajani.
Yeah, the cheaper, more aggressive Ajanis.
Ajani's green white, man. He changed.
He grew up.
Yeah,
he's gotten older.
He's gotten older. He's not about slinging burn spells at people's face anymore.
He calmed down a little bit.
He's about value and finding creatures.
If he was about value, then I think he'd be blue.
Chilling and hanging out with Elspeth and stuff like that. Well,
she's dead now.
For now, she'll be back. Don't worry. Come back to me, my love.
Is that going to be our Nerd Rage gaming premium spoiler?
Yeah.
The hidden Elspeth.
Elspeth returns.
That we can't talk about? Oh, God.
So, Brad Wedding on the mulligan to 6 here. Noah going to keep his 7. I imagine this deck doesn't mulligan too poorly, the mono red deck. Just trying to find guys to just jam down Noah's throat.
Yeah.
Noah's deck, I think, matches up pretty well against Brad's deck. He's playing a bunch of guys with big butts in Anafenza, Fleecemane Lion, and Siege Rhino.
All the more reason then to be playing cards like Jeering Instigator.
Yeah, right.
And
take them.
Yeah, I that's fine. You want to tap out to play your Siege Rhino? Right. I'll be happy to take him next turn and beat you in the face with him.
Yeah. Although in that case, your Jeering Instigator is only attacking for 1, or it's just a 1 life point swing. But yeah, I mean, threaten.
You might as well.
That's right. I mean, what other way are we going to get around him? Hammerhand? That's the only other way.
It would have been interesting to see if Brad, had he changed his sideboard a little bit, maybe could have sideboarded into like a mono red devotion list.
I don't think that deck is playable.
No?
Nah. Not
really?
In this format. There's just not enough devotion. Not enough pips. I need more pips.
I think Eidolon of the Great Revel is still a very good card.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely a good card. This card I hate playing against is the blue-white heroic deck.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At least not in this format. I know Huey Jensen actually just wrote an article on bringing back
he did.
Mono Red Devotion. I haven't read it yet,
Well, we have another double pipper in Vaporforged.
Yeah, we do. The Dasher.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's pretty sweet.
He is. Game 2.
Maybe I'll get to dash some people at the pre-release tomorrow with him.
Oh, you get to play in a pre-release?
Yeah,
My
I know.
God, I don't even get to play in
Must be nice, right?
It's got to be
I'm
good.
so lucky. All right, so turn 1 Mountain, turn 1 for Brad, turn 1 Sandstep Citadel for Noah. Brad has 2 mountains now. It looks like he's going to fire off a Monastery Swift Spear, which I think he obviously just drew.
Yep.
He's going to put a Dragon Mantle on it, cantrip a little bit, trigger Prowess, and I assume attack there in for 2.
I like that. I like playing the Dragon Mantle, refilling your hand. Noah's going to be on a slower deck. This will be interesting.
So
Ooh!
Rakshasa Death Dealer.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good for Brad. I think he has a Searing Blood in hand.
That would be a good play.
No, he does not. He has a Lightning Strike in hand, 2 Valley Dashers, I think, and so that's going to get Lightning Struck. Going to trigger Prowess, and then he's going to attack for another 2. But I think these are kind of trades that Noah's happy about making, especially if Brad isn't really doing anything else.
Sure.
There's Drown in Sorrow.
That's a good card.
So, I mean, I don't think it's... Yeah, Noah's just going to leave up Hero's Downfall here, which I like. There's really nothing Brad can do about it. And now that Noah has the Drown in Sorrow in hand, it's going to be pretty difficult for Brad to win. So Brad takes the correct line here and plays the 2/2 that can attack right now this turn. Noah not downfalling anything, which is interesting, but I guess he's just going to bank on taking the damage and just cleaning these things up with his Drown in Sorrow.
Yep.
Which is fine.
Which he's using Urborg.
Yeah, using Urborg. That's why it's super confusing.
It is. It is very confusing. There's the Drowned Sorrow. Brad really has no answer to that card.
No. But, I mean, if he can get it out of Noah's hand, Brad still does have some gas in. He's got a Crone Crusader and another Valley Dasher in his hand. So, he's going to still be able to be on the aggressive. And
Pump out.
Noah's hand looks like he's got a Downfall, an Elspeth, and Anafenza, and a couple of lands. So, not super great, but once he gets to 6 mana, if that happens, I think Brad's probably pretty dead.
Third land for Brad. If we can see a Crone Crusader, no, he's going to go for the Valley Dasher.
He's going to attack in. I imagine he just runs out the Crone Crusader here, or actually I think you probably play the Foundry Street Denizen.
Yeah.
So Noah's going to go to 11. He's going to draw a Wingmate Rock, which is not very great in this situation. Nothing to trigger raid with. He's going to fetch, which is kind of dangerous too. Going to go to 10. I wonder if he's going to play a Siege Rhino here. I don't think he has one in his hand. We will see.
Seems
we're going to go get an awful, disgusting, white bordered Plains.
That Plains is so white the glare is killing me.
Yeah, it's disgusting. So this is going to be
Anafenza.
Anafenza. Okay.
Oh boy, does Harness by Force do stuff for us here?
Yeah, it would allow us to take Anafenza and then attack in for 7. No, yeah, 7. But I don't think we have Harness by Force. I think we have Stoke the Flames.
8, doesn't Anafenza give us one of our creatures?
Oh, she does, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet, that's a combo.
That is a wombo combo.
Alright, so Brad's going to Stoke the Anafenza.
Alright.
Then he's going to attack in for 3, put Noah to 7. Of note, Noah did not hit a 4th land drop there. Well, that's a good one off the top.
Drowned Sorrow seems good to rip.
Slams it.
Alright.
So, okay. Noah did have a 4th land drop. Turn. He's choosing to Sandbag. I think he has an Urborg in hand. Oh, that's right. Urborg's legendary. So.
There's the Acro.
There's a 1/1. There's a
Fleeceman
thing with a big butt.
Tab. What can you draw, Brad? What is good here for you?
Brad could use preferably not another 1-drop.
That's
something like a.
Fortunately, not going to get there. I don't think.
So Noah attacking. He's gonna float a black mana here, and then cast a Wingmate Rock. So
drops to 17.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Forget the lines at 3/3.
There's a foil Urborg. Gonna cast a rated Wingmate Rock. Looks like he has another Wingmate Rock in hand. So
holy cat! Yes, he does.
Brad's gonna have a tough time winning this game. The double Drowned Sorrow is just really, really, really awful for him. He just has no good attacks. And yeah, this is the issue with the mono red deck. Sometimes you just run out of gas and your opponent draws perfects.
Yeah,
I think it's very perfects.
Wizards of the Coast, bring back land denial.
Yeah, bring back Stone Rain. I love it. No.
Where's Pillage?
So there's an attack for 9. Trigger on raid. Noah's going to go to 10. Brad's going to go to 8. And then I assume he may chump block. And then Noah of note cannot cast the other Wingmate Rock in his hand because
does not
have the 5th land. He had to sacrifice his legendary land in Urborg.
So is okay with going down to 7 or nope? I'm sorry, he's up to 10 now after the after the Wingmate Rock trigger.
Yeah, and Brad just keeps drawing lands. So
boy,
yeah,
that is tough.
Letting out in these like
the
super aggressive decks is just absolutely brutal.
That's it.
So I thought Noah had a pretty good matchup there, and it gets even better when we draw double Drowned Sorrows.
Yes, it does. When you top deck a Drowned Sorrow.
Yeah. Top deck one, draw the other one.
Noah was playing a Abzan aggro list that him, I believe, Peter Tragos and Matt Hoey have been playing for a while. It's a pretty stock Abzan aggro list. Rakshasa Death Dealers, Fleeceman Lions,
Siege Rhino,
Rocks. Yep.
He's got Elspeth's main deck, which is kind of a sort of a deviation. I think it might be similar to Andrew Tencham.
Yep. He also
he got second place at a PTQ playing it.
All the guys from Team Nerd Rage or NRG Prime who've been practicing with that type of list have seemed to really find it good. I know Kent tried to play like a 4-color list a little bit. Didn't really find luck with it. Had fun playing it. Didn't really enjoy it that much, I guess. So this Abzan aggro seems to be the list that everyone's catching on to. Noah previously playing that blue-black awful control, the common control as it was called. Oh, what a terrible list.
I don't know. Adrian Sullivan won a PTQ. He beat Andrew Tenjum.
I remember. Yeah.
Take that, Amzan Agro. That'll show you.
The list was tweaked a little bit.
Well, Adrian's always got those weird, wonky lists. But,
he does.
I mean, he plays them like a master.
He is very good.
I watched him play quite a few times at just events and stuff.
Yeah.
Guy's a master playing those.
I had the
control decks.
Pleasure of sitting next to him at a St. Louis Open playing Legacy, and I watched him play Mono Red, and it was very cool. He lost to Belcher, but still very fun to watch him play.
So I sat next to him for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. It was definitely very cool.
Yeah, he beat me in a PTQ because I'm bad at Magic, so.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you got to play against him.
Yeah, I did.
That got to be fun.
It was fun, and I actually enjoyed him playing his lands facing me.
Yes.
It was very helpful.
It is.
It was easy to read his cards and stuff, so
it's
I
very
appreciate
cool.
that if you're listening or ever watch this stream, Adrian. Keep on doing what you're doing, man.
He's a good guy. He's a super nice guy. We saw him at the WMCQ. Just a really cool dude. So, good for him. That was
another like quick match here.
Yeah, super slaughter match there.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So Brad's only going to go to 3-1. Noah's going to go to 4-0. We have one more round after this. It's a 5-rounder, so Brad can knock this out at 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, still pretty good. He doesn't come out to play very often, so
he does not.
4-1 is pretty good.
He also won't be around for much longer, unfortunately.
Where's he going? Is he dying?
No, he's. I'd hope not.
That's the way you made it sound.
No, he is going to New York for grad school.
Really? What's he going to grad school
Congratulations.
for?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I just know he is leaving.
Perhaps he's going to make music.
It could be. Smart guy. He's a smart guy.
Make music.
Talking about pre-release hype, you are not wrong, because we have the Fate Reforged pre-order for singles and sealed product up now at Nerd Rage Gaming. We've also got a midnight pre-release coming up tonight after this 5-round FNM that we will not be streaming, but the hype is real.
Yeah, and so, I mean, if you're a degenerate or you got home from work or school and went to bed and you want to stay up till 6, 7 in the morning to play a pre-release, then you should certainly come out to the Nerd Rage Gaming pre-release here in a couple of hours. If you are of sane mind, though, like the rest of us,
come to one of the
tomorrow,
other
right? Yeah, tomorrow at 1 p.m. and I believe also at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Yeah. We've got events tomorrow, Saturday at 1 and 6, and then Sunday at 1 and 6.
Yeah, there's actually a two-headed giant. Also
there is
on
a two-headed
Sunday,
giant.
Which, I mean, if that's your cup of tea, then that's your cup of tea. But
hey, I've seen people come out and play it. They love it.
Yeah,
There's guys who only want to sign up for two-headed giant.
It's true.
Which is good for them.
Still spots available.
For sure.
Yeah, so come out and play.
It'll be a good time. On top of the fact that you get access to some amazing cards. I mean, you never know. You can open up this guy, this Monastery Mentor.
Definitely.
Is that the guy everyone's looking for, huh?
Yeah, that's him, for sure.
That's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, they see a young Pyromancer with upside, and they're like, yeah, this seems good.
Yeah,
the only problem, he's not really a color that is known for cheap, efficient spells that
correct.
do damage and stuff, but...
Now, if you're talking about limited cards, I'll point out a guy I really liked. Even Surveyor. If you see this guy, I would draft him. I'd play him. I'm sorry, not draft, but in my sealed pool. I think this card's good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good too. I mean, I don't know if he's the best of that cycle. I actually kind of like the white one of that cycle, which makes a spirit token. He's a 2/1 for 3 that makes a spirit. I think he's pretty good.
Okay. That's the Sandsteep Outcast.
Yeah, Sandsteep Outcast. Yeah.
For 3 mana, 2/1, and you get a 1/1 with flying. Wow.
Yeah.
What? I mean, is it too far off saying you could play both these guys in the deck?
No, I mean, I play them both.
I would play them both.
If I was playing, Jeskai, or maybe, I don't know if you can play Bant or what other blue-white things are there.
Well, I'll say from
Esper.
the Esper, from the primers and kind of the limited experience I've had reading from Fate Reforged, and this goes to anybody who's playing the pre-release tonight, it's much less clan-based this time around. So I'm assuming you're going to see more 2-color lists and sealed than you will 3, only because you don't have access to the banners.
Thank God.
Very limited access to...
You have access, but they're in your...
Sure,
you still get how many packs of
you'll
cons,
be
2?
receiving... No, it should be 3 cons packs, 2 Fate Reforged packs, 1 seeded pack.
Okay.
So, I mean, your access, I think those 3-color to 5-color decks that you saw at cons pre-releases.
Yeah, I think they'd be a little down.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be as good.
Way less tri-lands that made those things work.
Yes, yeah. Those you won't have those just floating around. So, anyways, we will be back with round 5 shortly, and we'll see you guys in a minute.